sports. For some people, this is a dreaded word. It is something we are forced to. That means sweating, overheating, and feeling gross. For other people, it is something we choose to do, something we love doing, that makes us feel empowered, unstoppable, like we could accomplish anything. Regardless of the previous connotations of this word in your life, I hope you walk out of this talk feeling a little more excited to go and try a new sport or work a little harder in your current one. Hello, I'm Melanie Corby, and this is my TED Talk on the benefits of sports. There are many benefits of sports, but the main ones I'll be talking about are how they teach us to be humble, help us learn how to cooperate and communicate, how they help us gain self-esteem, and a few others. I'm sure we all know the feeling of working really hard for something, only to see someone else get it with perceived ease. We, in some cases, are the people getting these things that others have worked so hard for. These situations are constantly occurring in sports. Who's in the starting lineup, who shoots and scores the most points, who the MVP is. It is vital to our relationships to be able to discuss things of importance with humility. I can attest to the fact that being atrocious at a new sport is one of the most humbling experiences. I played basketball for about 2 seasons, and I was never very proficient at it. I would get the rebounds, I could do that, and I would shoot the ball, whoosh. But not the whoosh of the net, the whoosh of the giant air ball I had thrown, 5 feet away from the net. Sadly, or not so sadly, I didn't continue with basketball. But I carried the lesson of that humility into my life and my current sports, teaching me how to win, but more importantly, how to lose. Okay. I'm sure, moving on to cooperation and compromising, I'm sure most of us who have been in school have been assigned a group project at one point. With a tyrant. They can't cooperate, and they certainly can't, or maybe they just won't compromise. It's either their way, or they won't do any of the work. In sports, we learn that the best outcome of the game may be more important than us maximizing the time we are playing or shooting the most goals. We learn that perhaps the best outcome of the game comes from us passing or cheering from the sidelines. Okay. Sports also help us alleviate stress and sadness. When we exercise, levels of chemicals in our brain, according to the National Institute of Health, are temporarily altered. There's an increase in serotonin and endorphins, and there's a decrease in stress hormones. So if you don't know, serotonin is a long-lasting feeling of happiness, and endorphins assist in pain and stress relief. This means that sports and exercise make us happier and less stressed. But we can't always reach a football pitch, a swimming pool, or gym during a moment of stress. But having a past in sports means having a past of working under pressure. Being on a relay team, trying to shoot the game-winning shot at a competition. When we are at these competitions, we are constantly under pressure to get the best performance for ourselves and our team. In many cases, this can be thought of as performance anxiety. According to the Association of NFL Players, some of the ways the players deal with this performance anxiety is practicing positive breathing and self-talk. These are also a few of the many things that the CDC has listed for healthy stress coping mechanisms. Moving on, they also help us make friends. When we are younger, making friends is the simplest thing. A little kid will ask you, "What's your favorite color?" And if you have the same favorite color, in my case, blue, you're best friends forever. Literally the rest of your lives. But not really. In many cases, things like bonding over a favorite color don't last. But in sports, in many cases, do. Sports are something that you will continue to have in common with people, and even if you don't continue with your sport, the bonds you have made there will likely continue. And one of the most beautiful things about it is that the most outgoing and the most shy people can be drawn together simply because they're both breaststrokers or both goalies. When I first moved to AAS, I didn't have a lot of friends. I had a few friends through my parents' job, but no close friends. The first activity I joined at AAS was cross country. And I made friends with a group of girls in the grade below me, people who I still spend time with. I'm friends with these people because of cross country, and we're still connected through that, but mostly we're friends because we get along. These are people I never would have thought to spend time with if we hadn't happened to join the same activity. One thing I see a lot with kids my age, including myself, is a lack of self-esteem. As teenagers, we might think that we're not pretty enough, not smart enough, that we can't do or accomplish anything. According to MU Healthcare, through sports, we set goals, achievable goals, that help us set goals in other areas and increase our self-esteem. When I went into high school, self-esteem was low, as it is for a lot of people around that time. But when I joined cross country, I didn't think I could do anything. I didn't think I could run the 10K that we had to run or the 5K. But I set goals for myself, running under a 25-minute 5K and running the full 11K. Through setting and achieving these goals, I realized what I could accomplish. I realized that, in fact, I could pass 9th grade and that I could achieve things, not only in cross country, but in my life, in my relationships. There are many benefits of sports, such as teaching us humility, teaching us to cooperate and compromise. They unite us in caring about our sport, but also caring about ourselves and our teammates. If you take nothing else away from my talk today, let it be that sports have changed my life, and they can change yours too, so give it a shot and try something new. Thank you.